Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of season 4 in the career mode RTG. We're loitering in the playoffs after 15 games, having a very decent season. We start with a game against second place Cardiff. Huge. Win it, we could go into the top 2. Lose it, and we'll really lose a lot of ground on the top 2. So it's massively important for the remainder of the season, this game against Cardiff. We'll be playing that one. We shall play Preston. We shall play Bristol City, and I'm going to simulate Barnsley at the end of the episode, mainly because they're currently rock bottom with 5 points from 15 games. So that's obviously the most obvious one to simulate. So that'll be what we do. We'll play the first 3, we'll simulate the 4th, and hope that we can come away with some good results. We're in decent form. We've been in decent form all season long so far, to be fair. Morales gets a continued start, as of course Suarez Garcia is out injured for a couple of months. Gerzic got his first goal for the club in the last episode as well, which is absolutely brilliant, but he's going to start on the bench here away from home against Cardiff. It's time to head to the Cardiff City Stadium. Can we get ourselves into the automatic promotion spots? Drop the video a like if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more, and let's jump in. Smithies in goal for Cardiff, Kenny, Morsey, Morrison and Cunningham at the back. We have played Cardiff before, if you recall, last season in the Cup, and we came away with a victory thanks to a George Maris thunderbolt. That's by a single goal to nil. Kadeem Harris was extremely good for me, against me for them in that game. We'll hope to keep him quiet here. We are better than we were when we last played them, both with regards to the individuals that are still here and the additions we've made. So we should be winning this. But clearly, Cardiff are a very good side. Second in the Championship after 15 games. It's not going to be easy. Forward to Uno. He's in behind John Joe Kenny. And we'll look to stretch those legs. I'm going to have to get that across there towards Morales. We'll go back to Uno. This is a good move, this. Can we find someone at the back post? There's Morales waiting for it, but the pass isn't deep enough. And unfortunately, the keeper is able to get across and just catch it. He was waiting, desperate to try and turn that home at the back post there. And unfortunately, I couldn't find it. We'll get that to Ryan Leonard here. He's driving forward. We'll look for Morales. Round the corner looking for Sabi, but cut out well by Morrison. Cunningham just helps that away. A little bit of a panicked clearance there from the Cardiff defender. We've got them rattled in the opening few moments here. Oscar Hill out of his feet well. We'll poke that there for Morales, who'll drill it into the middle and only find a defender. Can we win that header? Yes, well done, Leonard. We'll keep the pressure on. No, we won't keep the pressure on and give the possession away. Okay, never mind. 0-0 in the 14th minute. That's a ruck. I'll have that, thank you. Matt Penny steals it back. Leonard quickly forward to Morales. Uno again on the run. John Joe Kenny cannot deal with the Frenchman. Driving into the box. Pull it inside for Sabi. And Smithies with a brilliant save. I hit it early with Sabi to try and catch the keeper out, but he wasn't to be beaten. Great movement from the American. Good hit, to be fair, and a great save by the keeper. Corners come in from Uno. Whipped. Proper whippage on that one. Sabi was the man underneath it, I think, but Ryan Leonard will keep it in. Try and draw the defenders towards me so we can get some people in space. Morales across to Uno, around the corner to Brooks Lennon. We said yesterday, have him close enough to the goal, and his poor finishing won't matter. Brooks Lennon scores again. Cambridge 1, Cardiff 0 in the 21st minute. He's having quite a good farewell tour, Brooks Lennon. Of course, leaving in January. But he has turned up with a few goals in the meantime. Yeah, as Martin Tyler just said. Couldn't miss from there. Palmer to Amar. Kadeem Harris to Greg Cunningham. Back to Kadeem Harris. Al-Amar to Harris again. Somehow he's gotten his way through there. I'm going to scout Kadeem Harris, I think. So we are looking for a winger, of course, in January. Strike! What a save by Hughes. He sliced that, the Cardiff man, and it was bending away from him. Hopefully we get a decent angle for the replay. Watch the technique here. He cuts across the ball, and that is destined for the top corner. Wow. What a stop from Hughes in goal. That is the best save we've seen him make so far. Rupp will deliver the corner for Cardiff. It's not the best. Penny will head away. It'll drop to Al-Amar. He could shoot here. He'll play the 1-2 with Rowles. He has done. Al-Amar blocked well by Oscar Hill. Can't get it away though. Palmer to Al-Amar again. Rupp into Palmer again. And we will poke it away with Khatrauda. Really nicely done in the end. I cannot believe that save from Hughes. In plenty of situations so far this season, with shots like that, they've flown in. On this occasion, no. Oscar Hill, forward to Uno. In there to Moreles. Oh, around the corner to Sabi, and he's got the acceleration to get away, but not the strength to hold off Morrison. That was dominant defending, I believe is probably the best word. Lennon, Jaden Bogle made the overlapping run, but for some reason it wouldn't play it to him. I did try and play it around the outside. Here's Rupp. He's got nobody on the outside of him, really, to look for. Everybody pulled slightly back in a defensive shell for Cardiff at the moment. Nice little flick by Patterson, but Perella then dominates his man, just as Morrison did at the other end. Morsey over the top, looking for the run of the winger. Rupp will nod that down to Rowles. To Rupp again. It's good footwork. Rowles could get the ball in. Penny's in the way and Oscar Hill will clear it. It's quite end-to-end at the minute in this game against Cardiff. But we do look like we're going to come away with the victory if we can get a second here. Moreles in behind on his left foot. Tucks it away beautifully. This kid is going to be very, very, very good. Potential of 92 to 94, and even at just 70 rated, he's slotted straight into the starting lineup with Suarez Garcia out injured, and he looks like he's been there his entire career. Cambridge 2, Cardiff 0. We might well be going into the automatic promotion spots. Mendes Lang, heavy touch by Rawls, and we're able to work it away. Uno into Moreles, running very low on stamina now. Moreles. It's the only problem with a number of youngsters. They never really, or they rarely have high stamina or strength, unless you search for physically strong, which is what we've been doing. Leonard out to Uno. I did make some changes in like the 78th minute, but we've not had the chance to get onto the pitch yet because the ball hasn't gone out of play. Ryan Leonard, let's score a worldly third, shall we? That far away. Not far away at all for Ryan Leonard, but that will be victory for us. Oh, delighted with that. Absolutely thrilled. Now, did Bournemouth win? That's the question. Bournemouth won 2-0 against Sheffield Wednesday, so they will go second, we will go third, and we will not be in the automatic promotion spots. We shall find ourselves just outside and still in the playoffs, I believe. We'll find out momentarily, and indeed that is the case. We're on 31, Bournemouth are on 31, Cardiff are on 30. We're 6 points clear of Birmingham in 7th. We do look like we've, I wouldn't say favourites for a playoff spot, or one of the favourites for a playoff spot, but we're certainly going well and looking like we could keep it up for the full season. We don't show any signs of losing the momentum we've built so far, so the longer it goes, the happier we are. Up next for us is Preston on the Sunday, and we'll try and replicate what we just did against Cardiff. Right, Declan Rudd in goal for Preston. Tom Clark captain at the back, as you might expect. Lewis Moult up top in what formation? A 4-3-3? No, a 4-2-3-1 with Burke sat behind him. Buck Oyston on the left. Preston are 9th and only 3 points off the playoffs. So if they beat me here, then their promotion chances would certainly take a massive boost. But I would obviously certainly like to win and avoid defeat at the very least. Ziegler's getting the start on the right hand side here as Brooks Lennon is away on international duty with the USA. What a delivery, and Fisher has to head behind. With all of the hype around Adebola, I mean, it's me that's creating the hype, but with all of my hype around Adebola, Ziegler's kind of gone under the radar, and he's 73 rated now, 78 acceleration, 80 sprint speed. Those stats are decent, 77 ball control, 74 crossing, 85 finishing. I've been saying when I'm contemplating, or when I'm asking you guys for a replacement for Brooks Lennon, that I want the guy that plays on the right-hand side to be more of a goal threat. Well, Ziegler with 85 finishing could be that guy. I'm really torn at the minute because I've so many good youngsters that Oh, what a header. 1-0 in the 5th minute from Sabi. Brilliant stuff. I'm torn at the minute. I'll continue my point because we've so many youngsters that are great that I don't know what to do with the money I've got in the transfer budget. I find myself in a similar position to Tottenham, where we're playing really well, we're getting the results, we've got the youth at the club and the ability in the first team. I've got money to spend, but I don't know where to spend it, if I even need to spend it. I mean, I don't want to find myself, you know, buying players in and neglecting the really promising youth that we've already got at the club. But at the same time, it is nice to bring new faces to the football club every now and again. I would like some more... Ryan, are you okay? I would like some more, you know... Oh, good save. I would like some more real-life talent, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't want so many regens in my starting lineup, which is why I've kind of lent away from Ziegler to this point. But then at the same time, I'm getting excited about the prospect of Adebola. So I'm torn. I'm certain I will replace Brooks Lennon with a real-life winger. And when Ryan Leonard certainly finds himself not good enough for the first team at the end of this season, or even just slightly older, so needs replacing because his stats are going to drop at the end of the season, I'm going to look to replace him with a real-life player as well, rather than one of my regens. But I've got so many regens now that I'm finding myself in a position where I'm almost purposefully neglecting the regens just to bring real-life talent in. What I could do is you know, use those regens to help fund bringing in top quality real life talent. And I think that's the way that I'm going to work it. So someone like Ziegler that hasn't had the chance in the first team to really kind of adhere himself to the squad and kind of give you guys the chance to, you know, become accustomed to seeing him in the starting lineup and create some sort of relationship with him in the series. Players like that are probably just going to get sold on. There's that 85 finishing. Players like Ziegler are probably going to get sold on in favour of higher rated real life talent, but they are certainly good enough to do the job at present. That 85 finishing showing itself there and burying that really nicely. Preston 0, Cambridge United 2, and it's still early doors. The 25th minute for number 24. Ducks back well. Ball into the middle to Pearson. There's Burke. Barkhuizen. Here's Burke. It's a good delivery and headed away. Oof, over the top by Potts. On the spin. Really good chance to get Preston a goal back there. Very good chance to get Preston a goal back there that he hasn't been able to take. This is good football though from us on the counter. Can we send Javier Moreles in behind? Well, no, evidently. Ball was meant for Moreles. It ended up going to Penny and Sabi. Oh, can't get past Davies to lay it into a teammate to potentially score us a third. We are dominating Preston here, and we're having such a good season in the Championship again. I think it's gotten to the point where we're growing, our players are growing so well that when we get promoted into a league, we're kind of already a little bit too good for that league. If we'd have gotten promotion from League 2 immediately in Season 1, then I think we would have found it more of a struggle in League 1 and the Championship. Because we had that second season in League 2, the players that were already here had the opportunity to become too good for the league they were in. And then subsequently, every year, they've grown so well that they've become too good for the league that we're in. The difference will be when we get to the Premier League, and you would expect, that's a great goal for Preston, you would expect that the Premier League will finally give us a tough challenge. But alternatively, it might not. We might find ourselves going up to the Premier League for next season and then finding ourselves immediately challenging for European football. We'll just have to wait and see. It would be one hell of a rise to glory, in the road to glory. But I'd be delighted if it does happen. And I'll be honest, the way things have been going so far, I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen. Uno looking to get that in there to a teammate, but can't find the ball through. Maltz back to Burke, and Preston now looking for an equaliser. It was a great goal for them, to be fair, to bring it back to 2-1. But hopefully we can hold out till half-time with the scoreline as it is. Regroup and then maybe go and get that 2-goal advantage back again. Pearson, little flick to Ledson, little flick from Buckboys and to Hughes as well. Getting a bit fancy here, Preston, but the scoreline certainly doesn't look fancy as far as they're concerned. They're still behind here. Try and get it out wide there with Morella's, and we've done well. Penny will go inside. Okay, will not go inside. It was meant to go inside. Uno skips away from Clark. Oh, Ziegler brings it down well, and there's the finish. Maybe I don't need a right-sided midfielder. Maybe Ziegler's already good enough. It's just such a conundrum. Such a conundrum. He stepped in, having barely played a game for us, Ziegler, in his entire career so far, and he scored a brace against the team in the Championship that are chasing the playoffs. I don't know what to do in January now. Do I maybe spend this money and replace Ryan Leonard instead with the centre mid, and then reevaluate next season? If I'll play Ziegler against Bristol City in the 3rd game of the episode as well, and then that will help me make a definitive decision. Sabby though could have made it 4, couldn't. Rudd makes the save. Oh, dearie me. We've got so many difficult decisions to make with regards to transfers. Oh, what a save! Declan Rudd. Hell of a header from Victor Perella, but take nothing away from the goalkeeper there. That was world class. Smith. Down the line to Stockley. Early cross. Headed away by Getrauda. Amu picks it up. Runs straight into a defender. And then we're in trouble again. Thankfully, Jaden Bogle picks up the loose ball, and now Amu could maybe accelerate away again, or turn into trouble again. Thankfully, somehow we've come away with possession, and Amu loses possession again. Bloody hell. Now as Barcoisen's in behind, Jaden Bogle will try and close him down before he gets to cross him, but can't. Great delivery, and Potts scores a header, and Preston have another one. I'm not sure how he was able to get to that. Actually, the man at the back post, I think, should have gotten to it. We'll have a look at the replay. Oh, he's just missed it. He's gone for that there, Oscar Hill, and he's just missed it. Never mind. 3-2. Preston fire back, but it's a little bit too little too late, I think. There's the final whistle. It's a 3-2 victory against Preston North End. I think we have to be absolutely thrilled with the victory as a whole and the way we played. Slightly disappointed in the defensive efforts to concede 2 goals. We certainly haven't done that for quite a while, but it is what it is, and that sends us into the automatic promotion spots. We are now a point ahead of Cardiff and 2 points clear of Bournemouth, who drew, and 5 points behind Nottingham Forest at the top of the table. Nobody saw this season going the way that it has done so far, but it continues to very much impress. Get Adebola slightly closer to 68 rated. I'm really torn about what to do in the transfer window now. I think I'm still going to replace Lennon with a right-sided midfielder, but I might let David Amu go, and I am certain that Craig Taylor wants to play. Mancini wants to play too. Alright, why not? I think I will still replace Brooks Lennon and sign a starting, a real-life starting right-sided midfielder, but Ziegler will be my backup right winger now. 100% guaranteed. Ziegler's my backup right winger. Adebola will be my backup left, and then we don't need to worry about wingers for a long time, I don't think. Don't need to worry about strikers because we have Sabi and the Ibra regen Gerzic, as well as Monnier, who will hopefully continue to grow. Yeah, I'm still gonna sign a new right-sided midfielder with the Brooks Lennon money, but Ziegler will continue to be my backup right winger, and clearly he's good enough to do that job. Bristol City's starting lineup has Casey Palmer in it, former Chelsea youngster O'Dowda, who we were looking at, still are looking at, to potentially bring in as a winger. Marlon Pack in there in the midfield, as well as Josh Brownhill. Thomas Callas at the back as well. It's a decent team, but we should still be winning this fixture. Good footwork. Josh Brownhill quickly to Isa. Back to Marlon Pack. There's Pring. Forcing all the way back to their defence. They're keeping the ball well, Bristol City, but Not going anywhere with it yet. Isa, Pack, Brownhill. Finds a bit of space. Could shoot. Does. Good save by Mitov. Batted away well. Corner to go in for Bristol City. They took their time in building that move, but in the end they did have a decent opportunity on goal. Uno heads that away. Sabi won't win that foot race. Kreuzer gets to it first. Morella's trying to force it off him, but they're very, very good in possession, seemingly, Bristol City. Taking care with the ball at their feet. There aren't many misplaced passes, and there's always, seemingly, someone available to receive the ball from a teammate. Very considered, careful approach. As you can tell from this entire highlight, they're just playing the ball about carefully, considered, in a considered fashion, making sure that whenever they do play a pass, it's to someone that can receive it and they can do something with it. Brooks Lennon in the way there, though. This is going to be difficult. I'm not sure how much of the ball I've had so far. They've certainly kept it well. 73% possession so far, Bristol City. I mean, just the chance to string together 3 or 4 passes for me would be nice. But they are going to have to make sure they score with this possession. Make the most of it, because when I start getting the football, I will put the ball in the back of the net. Here's Callum O'Dowda. Back there to Pring. Delivery is in, and it's poor. Davila. Gets past me well. Slots in Isa. That's poor. Well held by Mitov. Comfortable for him. Bowl that out to Brooks Lennon. Is Jaden Bogle going to go on the overlap? Yes, but not very willingly. Right, I told them they would have to make the most of their possession, because when I get possession, I'll score. Oh, Morales. Why is he taking that on his left? He's got it on his right there. Oh, I think maybe the press with the defender on his right made him make the decision to use his weak foot, and it just hasn't worked. Oh, certain I was going to score there as well. I was going to go full circle, and I could have proven my point to Bristol City, but unfortunately, it hasn't got in. Morales gets that across to Ryan Leonard. I see the run on the right-hand side by Brooks Lennon, but we'll use Jaden Bogle first, then Brooks Lennon, then Sabi. Oh, so unlucky. Just lifting it over the keeper, off the underside the bar and out. Very, very nearly 1-0 Cambridge United. Isa. Casey Palmer into Marlon Pack. He's got options around him. He's going to use Josh Brownhill forward. Oh, that would have been a great goal if the connection on the shot had been slightly better. Bogle will get this out to Brooks Lennon. Spins well and looks to play Morales in behind. Who's onside here, Javier Morales. He missed one opportunity when he took it on his left. He'll take this one on his right and miss this one as well. I want Morales to score some goals. He has been scoring some goals. I want him to score more goals, because he's got the potential, as we know, to get to the early to mid-90s. And I want him to reach that potential as soon as he possibly can, really. Morales in there to Lennon, around the corner, but not able to find Sabi. Find him at the second attempt. Sabi trying to get away from the defenders that were around him. I'll pull that back, looking for Brooks Lennon. And, oh!
What a good try. Off the outside of the post.
Wow. Hit the underside the bar, and he slapped that against the post there, Lennon. He hit that so hard, for very inside the post, across the goal mouth and wide. I should be in front in this game, but I'm not. Free kick for Bristol City with 10 minutes to go. Josh Brownhill delivers it in, and away by Ryan Leonard. Brownhill to Baker. Baker out wide to Kreuzer. And then to Palmer. Brownhill, Kreuzer. This is good from City. It just bounced off Ryan Leonard, but thankfully the shot was straight at Mitov, and it was a comfortable enough save. That would have been a rather unfortunate way to go 1-0 down. Mancini will look for Uno here. We'll play it long so we can race onto it and use that sprint speed to get to the free ball. Leary will punch that. Leonard will get to it first. Pull it back there, and Grzic, Gerzic even can't get to the loose ball. Ryan Leonard. Gerzic is there. Sabi's with me, as is Oscar Hill. We'll go out wide there to Mancini. Back to Oscar Hill, and Sabi is waiting for it. Gets it under control. Out to Ziegler. Pulls it back, looking for Gerzic. Oh, tried his best to get the shot away, but the pressure of the defender was too much, and it looks like it's going to be a 0-0 draw against Bristol City, and indeed it is. We should have won that. We really should have won that. Oh, 6 shots. Apparently, none on target. We did hit the bar, we did hit the post, and they're very inside the post, and it flashed across the goal mouth. Bournemouth win, so they'll go back above us. Nottingham Forest are 7 points clear at the top now, having a great season, Forest. Greg Taylor's pleased to have started, as is Mancini, and we've got a simulated game at the end of the month to play as well, to simulate as well. We'll give Gerzic a train now. He's growing really well. He was 70 rated when he signed, and then in the first 2 months of him being at the club, he grew by a rating. We've got Barnsley at the end of the month, which we will simulate, and I think, well, they were at least bottom of the table, and I think they're still there. We'll have a look. We'll scroll down. And no, they've got themselves off the bottom. They've picked up a second victory. 2 wins in 18 for them, and they're on 10 points. But at this stage, it looks like Wigan, Barnsley and Wycombe are already doomed. Poor from them to be so far behind and looking like all 3 sides are already relegated before we've even reached December, let alone Christmas or the New Year. Matt Penny gives us a 1-0 lead after just 5 minutes against Barnsley. We'll see if we can... Oh, Brooks Lennon misses a penalty. That's frustrating. Sabi, though, makes it 2-0 not long afterwards. And this should be a pretty straightforward victory from here on out now. Friars gets booked for them. 20 minutes to go. And we should see ourselves through now. Uno with a penalty. Brooks Lennon not getting the responsibility at the second attempt. Uno tucks it away. A 3-0 victory against Barnsley. They came up with this, of course, last year. That shows how good a season we're having. The fact that the other 2 sides that came up with this last year are bottom and second bottom. Wycombe won the playoffs. Barnsley finished second when we won the league. And we're challenging for the league title the very next season in the league above. Whereas they certainly aren't. Suarez Garcia can't train at present because he's injured. But we can train Ziegler. I'm not going to bother. I was going to add someone else onto that final slot, but I won't. Let's head into then the month of December. It's actually quite a busy month for December, busier than the previous 2. The previous 2 months we've had just 4 games in each month. Training injury. Billy Hughes is out for 7 days. Okay, that's manageable. Had a lot of frustrating training injuries. 72 to 94. We'll give you another month. Say no there, and a goalkeeper. I don't need a goalkeeper. I just don't need a goalkeeper. I've got 3. Right, what have we got here? 59 to 83, that's a no. 59 to 79, that's a no. And then from England, 77 to 94 for Patrick Turner. Looking more and more promising, but we'll give it another month till I know his specific position before I commit. No there, no there. 71 to 94, we'll give you another month to find out your position. And if those ratings will narrow towards the higher end of that. But Alfie Bennett and Patrick Turner could be decent. We find ourselves second in the table then as we take on Reading in the next game. We do have Forest, I believe, in the month of December. Yes, we do. Reading, Queen's Park Rangers, Swansea, Forest, Birmingham and West Bromwich Albion. Certainly be playing that Forest game. I'm not sure about the others. I shall have to decide nearer the time or when I come to record the next episode. But for now, that's all for me for this video. Thank you very much for watching. There will be an Achieve and Leave episode later on this evening, so check the channel page for that at 6 PM. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time.